Hello and welcome to the Video Course Pro tutorial dedicated to logic multi-instrument and multi-output modes. First of all, let's clarify the subject. What do we mean by multi-instrument? Multi-instrument allows a virtual instrument to work in a multi-timbre mode, which is the possibility to manage up to 16 different sounds at the same time, each with its own MIDI channel. That is what could be done and still can be done with keyboards or expander hardware. And multi-output? It's a mode that allows certain virtual instruments to separate the sounds onto several outputs directed towards the mixer's auxiliary channels. This mode is mostly effective with percussive tools. In Logic, the native instruments supporting this last working mode are only two: the Ultrabeat and the EXS24, as is intensively explained in the already published tutorials available on the Video Course Pro site. After opening the tools, we find the multi-output option. To be precise, although the EXS24 was not designed to be multi-timbric, with proper programming it's possible, but this is all in the tutorial. Now, to the heart of the tutorial. Under the circumstances, using a third-party virtual instrument which supports both working modes, such as the IK Multimedia Sample Tank. Let's create some software instrument tracks. After typing 16, we tick the multi-output option, which allows the quick wiring of logic with no need to enter into the environment, the opposite to previous versions of logic. Note that the 16 tracks all have the same name. This is because, going into the mixer, we realize that they are all parts of a unique instrument on a single channel strip. We use the 16 tracks in the Arrange window to drive the different timbres that are loaded on the instrument. In fact, each of them has a different MIDI channel, from 1 to 16. Let's select the track and open the sample tank. As you can see, since this tool has been designed for multi-output, we have several options. We choose the multi-16 stereo output. The following example can also be done with other multi-timbre instruments. As you can see, we have the 16 MIDI channels to which we can match 16 different sounds. On the first example, we load a piano, on the second, a bass, on the third, an organ, on the fourth, a pad, and so on. In this way, if in Logic we work on the first track, we manage the piano sound. On the second, the bass. On the third, the organ. And so on. On this simple track, I made use of different sounds, already loaded into the sample tank. Let's listen. Everything works, except that each instrument is generated by a single virtual instrument. So, if you turn down the mixer volume, the entire track will be turned down. This means that if I want to manage the volume or the effects of each timbre, I have to do it from inside the instrument. This can be limiting, but this is where the multi-output comes to our help. We give each sound a different output. The sound on the first channel we leave on the 1-2 out, the second on the 3-4 out, the third on the 5-6 out, and so on. The last thing to do is go into the mixer. Using the plus button, as you can see, in each input channel we find the word sample tank. And each already has the instrument output set. The list starts from the 3-4 output because, obviously, the 1-2 output is always assigned to the main instrument. Now, if we play the track all over again, we'll have separate multi-channel sounds, each on a separate mixer channel. This makes it easier to work on the volumes. And more importantly, I can introduce my favorite plugins on the insert. Well, that's all for now, but remember to see the lesson clip which explains multi-out used on a percussion instrument.